There are moments in life when everything seems to fall apart, when the sky feels heavy, and our hearts feel lost in the silence of pain. We pray, and it feels like heaven is quiet. We look for light, yet only shadows seem to answer. In those moments, when hope feels distant and strength runs thin, one truth remains eternal: Jesus never fails. Trust in Him, even when your eyes cannot see the way ahead. Trust that His hands are already there, preparing the path for you. Sometimes we misunderstand faith. We think trusting in Jesus means everything will be easy, that prayers will be answered immediately, and storms will pass quickly. But true faith is not about the absence of storms, it is about knowing that Jesus is in the boat with you. He may seem to sleep, but He is always there, and at His word, the waves will calm. There was once a man who had lost everything. His business failed, his family turned away, and his heart was crushed by shame. He prayed for help but heard nothing. Every morning, he sat on his bed and whispered, "Lord, I don't understand. Why me?" And in that stillness, he began to realize something. Though the world had turned its back, God had not. In his weakness, he started to feel a gentle presence, not loud, not dramatic, but peaceful. That peace was Jesus whispering, "I am here." This is what trust truly means: to believe in God's goodness even when your heart is breaking. To know that He is working behind the curtain, shaping beauty out of ashes. When Jesus walked this earth, He never promised us a life without tears. He said, "In this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world." John chapter 16 verse 33. The promise of Christ is not the absence of pain, but His presence within it. Every cross we carry, every tear we shed, every prayer we whisper in the dark, none of it is wasted. Because Jesus walks beside us in every step. He carries us when we cannot walk. And when we finally reach the end of our strength, that's when His strength begins. Think of Peter, who walked on water toward Jesus. For a moment, his faith was strong, but when he looked at the wind and the waves, he began to sink. Still, Jesus did not let him drown. He reached out His hand and said, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" Matthew chapter 14 verse 31. The lesson is simple but powerful, even when your faith falters. Jesus' love does not. He never lets you go. Maybe you are in a season where your prayers seem unanswered. You've tried everything, and you're tired. The silence feels unbearable. But remember, silence is not absence. Sometimes, the greatest work God does in your life happens in silence. Just because you cannot feel Him does not mean He is not working. He is shaping you, strengthening you, teaching your heart to trust. When gold is purified, it is placed in fire. The fire does not destroy the gold, it refines it. The same is true for your soul. The trials you face are not punishments, they are preparations. God is making you stronger, wiser, more compassionate, and more beautiful in spirit. So, when you find yourself asking, "Lord, where are you?" listen closely. In the stillness, you will hear His gentle voice, "My child, I am right here. I have never left you." Trust in Jesus, even when everything in you wants to give up, because He has never failed, and He never will. There are countless stories of people who trusted in Him through darkness, and found light on the other side. The mother who prayed for her lost child for years, only to see him return home. The man who battled illness and found peace not in healing, but in surrender. The woman who forgave what seemed unforgivable because Jesus healed her heart. Faith transforms pain into purpose. It turns tears into testimony. And it makes even the hardest seasons sacred. You see, trust is not a feeling, it is a choice. You choose to believe, even when you don't understand. You choose to hold on. Even when you're scared, you choose to say, "Jesus, I don't know what you are doing, but I know you're good." When you speak those words, Something shifts in heaven, because faith moves the heart of God. He never fails. His timing may not be yours. His plan may not be what you expect. But His purpose is perfect. Sometimes He removes the storm. Sometimes He calms your heart to walk through it. Either way, you win, because He is with you. Every scar you carry, every tear you've cried, every night you've spent in fear, Jesus knows. He wept at Lazarus' tomb. He felt loneliness in Gethsemane. He was betrayed, beaten, crucified, all because of love. And that same love now holds you, protects you, redeems you. When you can't see the road ahead, hold His hand. When you can't pray, whisper His name. When you can't stand, let Him carry you. For in every season of life, His grace is enough. And one day, when you look back, you'll see how every pain, every unanswered prayer, every moment of silence had a purpose. You'll realize that He never abandoned you. He was guiding you home all along. Jesus never fails. He never breaks a promise. He never forgets His children. So, lift your eyes, take a deep breath, let go of fear, and rest in His arms. Because the one who calmed the storm, healed the blind, and conquered the grave, is the same one who holds your heart today. Trust in Jesus. He has never failed anyone who put their faith in Him, and He will not start with you.